not sure you can hear it in the background, maybe you can, but the whirring sound is the sound of my computer rendering this video. It's trying really, really hard. Its memory is at 80.4%. My poor computer is trying as hard as it can. So if you do hear the whirring, sorry, it's for a good cause. This video here, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty sad. It's kind of pathetic, but I didn't want to force myself to make a happy video because I'm not into manipulating my emotions like that right now. And I think it's important to show the bad times along with the good times. And even though it's kind of sad, take it more as this is how my brain's been feeling for the month of October so far. And I just feel sad, and all I can really focus on is feeling sad. I am, working on it and I'm trying to get better, but this is just what is inside my head right now. And it felt weird and it felt wrong to just push it away and ignore it and pretend like it wasn't happening. So take this video as just like an extreme in-depth analysis of what my brain is chugging through and what it's like when I don't work. And hey, maybe, you feel the same way when you don't work or when something's going on that's distracting you from what you love to do. I don't know, maybe this is just a me thing. But yeah, I just needed this video to be this. So sorry about the sadness. It's kind of something I can't really choose to not have. And next week will be a lot more upbeat. I promise that. It'll be a lot more upbeat. So thanks for sticking it out if you do watch this video and stick it out. If you don't, you want to skip it, you know what, that's fine. I'll see you later, or I won't see you later. You do you. I won't be upset either way. But thanks for giving me the space to just kind of fall apart. So, yeah. I'm just sitting here thinking. It's been a while, actually, since I've made a video. I make them so far in advance that there's long stretches in between making videos and publishing them. I'm pretty sure that's not really a big surprise to anybody. And I do this because my ability to work is such a stop and go process. And now recording audio, right now talking into the camera, it feels really weird because it's been, at least 2 weeks since I've done it. For a while, my memory cards were corrupted or something. They had to be reformatted. So I was using that as an excuse to not talk into the camera. Among other excuses that boiled down to laziness, I suppose you could say. But I don't know, tonight I was just feeling a little strange, a little different, a little low. And I was just watching some videos on YouTube about how Disney used to animate their movies and their old cartoons, and just watching the cells and the process of it and thinking about how magical that process is in and of itself, and thinking about just art in general. Having moments like this where I want to give up on art entirely. Moments where my fear of making nothing keeps me from making anything. And what I mean by that is the fear that what I'm making is so inconsequential, so useless, vapid, maybe superfluous, just stuff that, like my art is just nothing to anyone and will be nothing to anyone. And the fear of spending my time making stuff that means nothing. So in a way, making nothing. I don't know if that makes sense. But that fear of the superfluous, that fear of my opus or whatever, my hardest workings meaning nothing to anyone, And maybe this is just a narcissistic thing that I have, maybe I have like a complex or something, but I want to make art that gets to people, that excites people, that people see and want to see again. I don't want to be famous. I don't want gobs and gobs of money or whatever. I just want to make something that makes people stop and think, something that adds to their lives. you know? Kind of like how Disney movies, little cartoons, they add something. The art is just so beautiful and it means so much. And you know, maybe I'm being really unfair to myself. Maybe the comparison to Disney is really presumptuous on my part. Like, who the hell am I to even think like that? This lowly worm of a doodler. But I don't know, I just fear making nothing. And that fear of making nothing, it's so strong and palpable that I end up doing nothing. I fear its pointlessness to the point where I don't even try to make anything. And I don't know how to get my head out of it. It's a very icky feeling. The feeling that I want to make something important. The feeling that I'm so lowly that I can never make anything important. And what's the point of even trying to make anything at all, regardless of importance? You know, it's things like it's thoughts like this that keep me up at night. And sometimes I think about this and I think how wonderful it would be to work for like a company, to be a tiny little part in a big project with a lot of people all working together towards a goal of making something grand. And it occurs, you know, and then it just sinks in how impossible that is for me. How I have nothing to show to prove that I'm worth anything as an artist. And it's really scary because art is the only thing I've known. It's the only thing I've ever turned to feel better. It's the only thing I've ever turned to have joy and happiness. And when that lifeline, my only lifeline, brings me such discouragement, I feel so lost as a person and as anything, you know. I don't know what to do with myself, and it becomes really easy to slip into, you know, depression and slip into apathy and akathisia and anadosia. I'm saying that wrong. I'll look it up and put the right word down or something. Dirty spot on fabric. But I don't know how to shake it. And it feels like all the ideas that I have are worthless and nothing. And it's really scary because it's my only lifeline and it's fraying at both ends and in the middle. And I'm not sure what to do or how to feel about this. And then I have the added worry that I've made a mistake by getting this studio space, because now I don't want to use it and it feels like a very expensive mistake. I have the studio space for 6 months, but even the thought of going there, I feel like crying. And this is something that haunts my dreams at night. It haunts me every day, and it's like this monster that I can't escape from. It's like you're walking on a tightrope above a chasm, and it's the only thing that's keeping you up, but then suddenly it turns into an anaconda, and it turns and it bites you, and it lets you fall down into the chasm. That's how it feels right now. I'm really lucky that I have this drawing that I'm doing right now. I'm really lucky that I have it pre-recorded, because for the month of October, I've pretty much done nothing but have this waking nightmare, and unconscious nightmare, I should say, as well. And it's given me some time having some pre-recorded stuff, but I'm running out of time. This drawing that you see now will be the last in my Oceanica series, because I can't go on, because I can't think of anything else. My brain is just so burnt out on it. There's other things I can do, but I can't do them because the magic of this is over. And I'm trying not to make this video too sad, but I can't help but make it sad, because this is what's going through my mind and haunting my shadows. I've fallen out of love. I'm disenchanted. And I know that it's not forever, because I've lived long enough now, and I've been doing this long enough now to know that it's just a cycle. But when you're in this part of the cycle, it seems so endless, you know? And I don't want to go on, and I don't want to keep trying. And I want to turn my mind to occupations, self-destructive occupations that will steal my awareness away from what my problems really are. I want to conjure up problems because what's really bothering me is too big and too scary to fight against, or at least that's how it feels. I don't know. I'm just sitting here watching how Disney makes their animations and wanting so much to be more than what I am, and then feeling so guilty for wanting that, and feeling so guilty for even daring to dream an ounce that I could be anything more than I am, which is nobody. And it's hard to go on, and it's hard to keep going, and I'm tired. I'm really, really tired, and I'm not sure what to do.